Hey, this is Don Kryptonium, Donatelito. It's not easy to make the videos when the markets are so volatile and you just wish that you would hit few buttons and make good money. But I was thinking, what's the good subject to talk about? And the good subject to talk about right now is Hyperliquid. I spoke about Hyperliquid before, and it appears that Hyperliquid might be bigger than previously expected, and also there was the airdrop to Hyperliquid users, so we are going to talk about this. Remember, make sure you like this video, make sure you love this video, and share this video among everyone that you like, love, and hate, okay? So what is the Hyperliquid? For those who don't know, it's the biggest perpetuals DEX in crypto that's decentralized. Not many people realize that Hyperliquid came out of nowhere. By saying nowhere, just a year ago, the volumes on Hyperliquid or open interest on Hyperliquid was not as high, and just 6 months later from those days, maybe 8 months later, when it wasn't as impressive, they become the largest DEX, perpetual DEX, decentralized perpetual DEX, and the chain that has this purpose. You know, other competition was much bigger for years ahead, and Hyperliquid came out of nowhere and dominated, and now they dominate in the open interest and they dominate on the volumes. What's even more impressive, they did this all without any official funding. So you will not find the information of Hyperliquid funding, right? You have, like, if I Google funding, it tells me about funding rates, right? You don't have any information about venture capital investing, about millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars being invested, as in the case of other perpetual. And it seems there was a lot of self-funding. So people who are building, maybe they are whales, maybe they have a lot of wealthy friend support. But regardless, that is really impressive, because to be honest, in modern times, when you don't have this support of the venture capital, it's very difficult to build this cult-like following. And Hyperliquid was able to do that and was able to reach dominant position in the market. So this is truly impressive. I don't know if there's many other projects that achieve that without the push from investors. And there was one reward. So you know, on Hyperliquid for quite a few months, they were points. Okay, and many people assume that the points might give you something in the future, and still expect they give something. But those users of Hyperliquid for now received the airdrop of the token of no utility meme coin under the name PURR. So I'm using this testing account, and if you are using, so many people don't know how to find it. So if you were trading on behalf of the vault, make sure you go to your master trading account, and in the trade you will have PURR/USDC. As you can see, I have 45 PURR. In my main account, I was very lucky, very blessed to receive around 200,000 of PURR, which is solid bag. And many people would say, hey, are you selling? Would you sell? Right? But I'm the sort of the dreamer, to be honest. And this is the first token of Hyperliquid. It might be meme coin, but this is the first Hyperliquid token. We are speaking of the protocol that's multi-billion-dollar company with a loyal following of traders. And would I say sell PURR at 40 million market cap, or would I dream bigger? Allow me to not answer this question, but I think you know the answer for this question. And, I'm betting on Hyperliquid based on what they delivered. So this is the bigger than it could ever be. You have most of the generate and new trending pairs on Hyperliquid. There's actually few pairs that I'm still disappointed they don't have. Like, they still don't have MOG for some reason. And I don't really know Why is the case they don't have MOG? You need to know that fake Hyperliquid website caused me to get phished of my MOG, of my entire MOG, and they don't even have the MOG, and I don't know how is that accepted. So within a week of when I talk of this video, I hope I could see the MOG. That's it, pretty much. I just hope. But anyway, back to PURR, right? This is the first spot token, and we learned that Hyperliquid might be something bigger. So they don't want to be just the perp DEX, but they want to aim to be more of the general purpose for issuance of the spot tokens and also spot DEX. And that reminds me of something, okay? It means they want to have a position. Okay, let's read what they say, because we need to read between the lines, okay? So the Hyperliquid will support native spot trading as well as two permissionless standards for native tokens, okay? So Hyperliquid now becomes not only the perp trading DEX, but the spot trading DEX. What I mean, you want to buy your favorite shitcoin, it might be possible that you will be able to buy spot of your favorite shitcoin and move it around. Not only perps, okay? But with that, they will have two standards. One that allows to deploy native, right? Is native tokens on chain, on Hyperliquid chain, and deploy liquidity into those spot pairs. And if you read that, those standards will become part of permissionless infrastructure on Hyperliquid Layer 1, while the HIP1 assets will be native to Hyperliquid L1. The standard opens the possibility for bridges from other chains. It opens the possibility of really big infrastructure for spot trading. And what I'm thinking here is not just the perp DEX. They build in something like Binance, but decentralized. And what is the potential then on Hyperliquid? It becomes really easy to trade on Hyperliquid. The user experience is amazing. The open interest is high. And I think this is possible that the Hyperliquid will be just as big as those centralized players, okay? That's why I wouldn't fade it. And this is the update I wanted to give you on Hyperliquid with what it's now. All I'm saying, think bigger, regardless of what the market is right now. Think what the market could be in the years ahead. And I think when it comes to trading and speculation, that always will be hot, which is uncertain in some other chains. And that's why I think Hyperliquid thinking bigger. Hyperliquid don't just think, hey, let's deploy layer 1 where we just do perp trading. Think about domination. And with that, Don Kryptonium is out. Till the next time.